Hi, I'm Kimberly Steele. It is Christmas Eve, and I'm coming to you from Aurora, Illinois. I am doing a Christmas Eve live stream because I don't anticipate doing anything tomorrow. Um, yeah, so at any rate, I do these weekly streams. They are for and about the Orphic hymns, and the Orphic hymns are these ancient poems that were written for the Greek gods and goddesses, and I have interpreted them as my own compositions because whatever music they had once upon a time has been lost. These are the Orphic hymns. I'm going to start today with Hestia, actually, and I know that whoever's watching, you might be Hey, Fegan, great to see you. Whoever's watching may be watching after the fact, and if so, Merry Christmas to you. I myself, as you guys know, I'm not Christian, but I do wish people Merry Christmas all the time, as it is a Merry Christmas, actually. So at any rate, I'm going to do the song to Hestia to open it up, and it goes like this. Daughter of Saturn, venerable dame, the seed containing of unwearied flame, the sacred rites, ministers are thine, mystics much blessed, holy and divine. Gods have fixed place, strong and stable, basis of the mortal race, eternal, much formed, ever florid queen, laughing and blessed, and of splendid mien, observe these rites, afford each just desire, and bless this home, needful good inspire, and bless this home, needful good inspire. Thank you. That was the Orphic hymn to Hestia. All right, hope you're having a great Christmas Eve. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And if you have requests, please let me know them. All right, one I haven't done in a really long time is Hecate. I will do that one, but I'm going to do, before I do it, I want to do Saturn, because this today is Saturday, and so, it's during Saturnalia, and, it's definitely that time of year. So this is the Orphic hymn to Saturn, as put to music by me, Kimberly Steele. Ethereal Father, mighty Titan here, great fire of gods and men, whom all revere, endured with various counsel, Thank you so much. That was the Orphic hymn to Saturn. All right. I did say I would do one of the Demeters. I am going to do the Cerealian Demeter one. And I hope that this brings blessings for you for lots of food. And as food is... wow, yeah. I obviously like food. So anyway. So I'm going to do Cerealian Demeter next. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to remember these lyrics in my mind and I get nervous. Cerealian queen of celebrated fame, from whom both men and gods immortal came, who widely wandering was and oppressed with grief, in Louisiana's valley found relief, discovering Sabine, thy daughter pure, dread Avernus, dismal and obscure, a sacred youth, while through the world you stray, with Bacchus attending, leader of the way, the holy marriage of terrestrial Jove, relating while oppressed with grief you rove, come marching bold, and to these rites inclined, mystic suppliants, blessed with favoring mind. Thank you. That was the Orphic hymn to Cerealian Demeter. All right. Soon I will have a new version of, it's one you've heard before in the live stream, but you have not had it as a live or as a studio recording yet. A version of Hera shall be coming to you relatively soon. And then, speaking of Hera, I will sing the old version of Hera now. Oh, royal Juno of majestic being, aerial form divine, Jove's blessed queen, throned in the bosom of Cerulean air, the race of mortals is thy constant care. Cooling gales alone thy power inspires, which nourish life, which every life desires. Mother of clouds and winds, from thee alone, producing all things, mortal life is known. All nature share thy temperament divine, and universal sway alone is thine. With founding blast and wind, the swelling sea, and rolling rivers roar when shook by thee. Come, blessed goddess, famed almighty queen, with us but kind, rejoicing and serene. Thank you. That was the Orphic hymn to Hera. All right, I'm going to do just a handful more. If you have requests, please put them in. And I will do Hecate next. I'm going to tune up, though. shade. Persian huntress, world's keeper, we have. Success, accept our homage, with the incense bless, guide our fortunes, gift us with your grace. Daughter of Perseus, mistress of silence, goddess moon, clairvoyance, wander around the wilds, ever leading, hopes and tears, tides receding. Oh, please hear our prayers, help us to be wise. Thank you so much. That was an Orphic hymn to Hecate. All right, I am going to do one more, unless you have requests. The one more I'm going to do is Apollo. All right, Apollo is the sun god. So he is also known as Phoebus. In Roman times, he was known as Phoebus, and he was known as Apollo in Greek times, ancient Greek times. All right, so this one requires a retuning, so let me just do that. Detuning. For those musicians who want the chord chart of this, is up at queeniesongs.net. And I believe I put the karaoke up there. If not, I'll have to do so very soon. I keep waiting for someone to do a karaoke of this. Rubbish to my prayer, and last just bow my feet and tribes revere. Slayer of Titties, god of health, Lycoian Phoebus, fruitful source of wealth. Spermatic gold in the lyre, the field from thee receives his constant rich fertility. Titanic, Queenie, and Smithian, I sing Python destroying hollow, Delphine King, rule light bearer, and the muse's head, noble and lovely, armed with arrows dread. No, oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I'm having a day. I'm going to try that again. Sometimes Apollo will run away from me. Blessed be and come, propitious to my prayer, and last year's pound my fee and tribes revere. Sayer of Tydeus, god of health, Lycaonian Phoebus, fruitful source of wealth. Spermatic golden light, the field from thee receives his constant rich fertility. Titanic, Queenie, and Smithian, I sing Python destroying hallowed, Delphine King, rural light bearer, and the muse's head, noble and lovely, armed with arrows dread, far running back into full and divine, by far diffused, course oblique is thine. O Delian King, whose light producing eye views all within, all beneath the sky, whose locks are gold, whose oracles are pure, whose almost good reveals precepts pure. Hear me entreating for the humankind, hear and be present with benignant mind. For thou surveyest this boundless ether all, and every part this terrestrial ball, abundant and blessed, a piercing sight stands beneath the gloomy silent night. Beyond the darkness, starry-eyed, profound, the stable roots deep fixed by thee are found. The world's wide bounds, all flourishing are thine, the self, the source, and the end divine. 'Tis thine all nature's music to inspire, with various sounding harmonizing lyre. Now the last string thou taught to sweet accord, finally sounding now the highest chord. The immortal golden lyre, now touched by thee, receives a Dorian melody. Nature strives to be the different soul, changing seasons from the music flow, hence mixed by thee equal parts advance the summer and winter in alternate dance. This claims the highest, and that the lowest string, the Dorian measure tunes in lovely spring. Hence by mankind and royal to ordained, bidding whistling winds through Syring's fame, since to thy care the Vegas is consigned, which stamps the world with the forms of every kind. Even blessed power, and in these rites rejoice, and save thy mystics with sublime voice. Oh my, it's Aasian, and I was going to end with that one, Aasian, but since you're here, I definitely want to sing a song for you. I've sang Hestia already, unfortunately, and a few others, but I still have others I could sing for you, so if you have any requests, let me know. I'm going to sing one that doesn't get sung a lot. It is, once I retune, it is Hades. It's one of my favorites. I don't know if it's anyone else's favorite except for mine. It is not yet recorded as a studio recording. No, I haven't done that one yet. That's right. Oh, another thing I was planning on doing, though I don't know that I'll do it today, is I'm going to be putting up a lot of the Orphic hymns and other things on DistroKid. DistroKid is what it sounds like. It's a distribution service for music, and it's supposedly very, very good. I've heard great things about it, so we'll see. If I do get it on DistroKid, that means it'll be in a very short time. All of these Orphic hymns that are the ones that are done will be on Spotify and iTunes and they're on YouTube already to some degree, but just all of these services that DistroKid deals with. So you'll be able to buy it, but I mean, those in the know will be able to get it for free, because as you know, all these hymns that I've done, the ones that are finished, are available for free at queeniemusic.bandcamp.com. So if you don't know that now, you do. But yeah, putting them on, say, Spotify will just make more exposure, I suppose. And then that way people can put them on a playlist and stuff. I don't really use Spotify, so I mean, I don't know much about this stuff, honestly. Good thing other people know about it, because I don't. Okay, so this is Pluto or Hades. Pluto magnanimous, whose realms profound are fixed beneath the firm and solid ground, in Tartarian plains remote from fight, and wrapped forever in the depths of night. Terrestrial Jove, thy sacred ear incline, and please accept my mystic's hymn divine. Earth's keys to thee, illustrious king, belong. In secret gates, unlocking deep and strong. 'Tis thine abundant annual fruits to bear, for needy mortals are in thy constant care. To thee, great King of Venice, is assigned the seed of gods, basis of mankind. Thy throne's fixed in Hades' dismal plains, distant, unknown to rest, where darkness reigns, where destitute of breath pale spectres dwell, in endless dire, inexorable hell. And in dread Acheron, whose steps obscure earth's stable roots, eternally secure, almighty daemon, whose decision dread the future fate determines of the dead. With captive Proserpine through grassy plains, drawn in for your car with loosened reins, wrapped o'er the deep, compelled by love, you flew, till losing a city rose to view. There in a wondrous cave, obscure and deep, the sacred maze, secure from church you keep, the cave of Mathis, whose wide gates display an entrance to the kingdoms void of day. Of unapparent works thou art alone, thou dispensator, visible and known. O power all ruling, holy honored light, the sacred poets and their hymns delight, propitious to thy mystic's works incline. Rejoice and come, for holy rites are thine. Thank you. And again, that is Hades, or Pluto, god of the underworld. Very fitting for the gloom of this current season, as the solstice just happened, which means the sun will it's starting to come out a little bit longer every day, but it's still pretty dark out. It's only 4:29 here and the sun just set. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Fagan. That's so nice of you to say. It's one of my favorites. I think for me, I feel bad picking favorites among them, but I tend to like Hestia a lot. I tend to like the Hades one. I like the darker ones, honestly. I like oh gosh, let me think which. I like Apollo. Apollo is really hard to sing and play, as you probably noticed today. It's very difficult, but I like that one. And I like the Aphrodite one, but not as much as most people do. I think everyone really likes that one, which is really funny. I think it's fine, but I always, when I wrote it, I was really unsure about it. I wrote it and I was like, oh, this is going to go for like the lead balloon. And what's so funny is it has turned out to be one of the most popular. All right. So, how about our little bit of Dionysus? I think we need him. All right. So this is a musical prayer to Dionysus. I will, sadly need to look at my lyrics for this, which is, yeah. Sometimes I remember it, sometimes I don't. Dionysus, I call out, sounding and divine, fanatic god, a twofold shape is thine. Thy various names and attributes I sing, O firstborn, thrice begotten, Bacchic king, O rural and ineffable, two-formed and obscure, O double-horned with ivy crowned, Ian and pure, bold-faced and martial, bearer of the vine, endued with counsel, ebullient and divine, triennial, whom the leaves of vines adorn, of Jove and Proserpine, a coldly born, immortal Daemon, hear my pliant voice, so give me in blameless plenty to rejoice, and listen gracious to my mystic prayer, surrounded with thy choir of nurses fair. All right, that was the Orphic hymn to Dionysus, or Bacchus. So if you have any ideas for the god or goddess that you would like to hear me cover next, let me know. And if you have any ideas for regular cover songs for me to do, I'm happy to entertain them. I recently did a cover of a song that was not necessarily invented by these people, but was made famous by Pentangle, the British band. And I wouldn't even know about Pentangle, but one of you guys recommended them. Nona, was that you that recommended it? I wasn't sure, but I did a song that Pentangle did. And then I also did one that was recommended to me by somebody, and it was by Annie Lennox, and it was called Love Song for a Vampire. That one is now up there. I have not played Athena. I will play her for sure. I definitely will. But anyway, yeah, and so I'm happy to do, and then somebody recommended something from the new Lord of the Rings spinoff, and I'm gonna do that one too, because it did sound to me like a Queenie song. I mean, like, a lot of the Lord of the Rings stuff definitely sounds right up my alley, so I was like, yeah, I'll totally do that. But it doesn't have to be right up my alley. I don't care. Like, if you want me to do a song where you think like, no, it's kind of weird, this song, but I like it, so fine. I don't think Love Song for a Vampire sounds like something I would have ever found on my own. It's too happy for me. I like those really sad, dark songs, but I reinterpreted it my own way, and it was fun. Yeah. So anyway, so if you have ideas for pop music, let me know, and you may see it on my channel for sure. Could definitely happen. All right, let me do Athena. You know what, Nona? There is not one for Pan. I have tried to work a couple things out, and it has just not come to me yet. I've worked on Pan before, and it's funny how that one is really stubborn. I thought I had that one, and then it kind of just, I didn't like what I had written for it. I throw away a lot of music, and for better or for worse. As I've often said, I inflict a lot of music on my cats that never sees the light of day. Thank you. That was the Orphic hymn to Athena. And yes, again, I'm Kimberly Steele. I have written these tunes, but the poetry is definitely not mine. These are ancient poems from a really long time ago that were translated into English by Thomas Taylor back in the 1800s. Ish. His life was like many of ours, where it spanned two different centuries, in his case, the 17 and 1800s. And he did everyone, he was a mystic himself. He was a very mystical person. He was just an interesting guy in general. Most of what I know about him comes from Manly P. Hall's book, Seers and Sages. It is a highly recommended book. It talks about Nostradamus and the real story of Nostradamus, which is fascinating. And it talks about Manly P. Hall as well. All right, so if you guys have no more requests, I'm just going to sing the Orphic Hymn to Hermes and then call it quits. The Orphic Hymn to Hermes is one of the first ones that I put to music in the Orphic hymns. Oh yes, okay, thank you, Nona, I appreciate that. This Wandering Day, that's what it was. And I was like, oh yeah, that song's right up my alley. I will definitely be doing something with that very soon. I'm also planning on doing my own rendition of Let It Go from Frozen. One of my favorite things to say when someone is holding on to something is for them to make like Elsa and let it go. So I'm planning on doing that song. I really love that song, and I've always wanted a softer interpretation of it. I tend to do, again, these softer interpretations of songs. I don't like that. Even though I can sing very bombastically, I prefer not to. I can sing operatically loud. That's my training. That's a lot of what I train people to do in my vocal studios. I train them to access a part of their voice where they can be as loud or as quiet as they want. So that's definitely something I train people to do without straining their vocal cords. But in my own style of singing, as you guys probably can figure out, I tend to like the softer stuff and more melancholy sounds, even though I can do the loud stuff if I like. So anyway, so this is the Orphic Hymn to Hermes. Hermes, draw near, and to my prayer incline, angel of Jove, and my son divine, prefect of contest, ruler of mankind, with heart almighty and a prudent mind, celestial messenger, various skill, whose powerful art could watchful Argus kill. With winged feet, 'tis thine through the air to cause, O friend of man and prophet of discourse, great life supporter to rejoice is thine, in arts gymnastic and in front divine, with power endured, all language to explain, of care the loosener and the source of gain. Whose hand contains a blameless peace, the rod Corusian, blessed profitable God of various speech, whose aid in works we find, and in necessities to mortals kind, dire weapon of the tongue, which men revere, be present Hermes, and thy suppliant here, since my works conclude my life with peace, give graceful speech and memories increase. Thank you. That was the Orphic Hymn to Hermes. And yes, of course, Fagin, I will happily play Aphrodite for you. And Aphrodite, I will close out the show with. That is really a great one to close it out with. This prayer to Aphrodite, whoops, I hope I didn't make a lot of noise there. Ooh. This prayer to Aphrodite goes out to you and your loved ones for their health. And if you are in the Ika Sophia prayer circle, this goes out to you from me. heavenly, illustrious, laughed and loving queen, sea-born, night-loving, of an awesome mien, crafty from whom necessity first came, producing nightly all-connecting dame. 'Tis thine the world with harmony to join, for all things spring from thee, O power divine. The triple fates are ruled by thy decree, every mountain holds a like to thee. Whatever the heavens circling all contain, earth fruit producing and the stormy main, this way confesses and obeys thy nod, awful attendant of the Brahmo god, goddess of marriage, charming to the sight, mother of love's whom banquetings delight, source of persuasion, secret favoring queen, lustrous, born apparent and unseen, spouse of Lupercal and to men inclined, prolific, most desired, life-giving kind, great scepter bearer of the gods, 'tis thine, mortals in necessary bands to join, and every tribe of savage monsters dire, in magic chains to bind through mad desire, from Cyprus born into my prayer incline, whether exalted in the heavens you shine, oh please in Sirius temple to preside, oh the Egyptian plains thy car to guide, fashioned of gold and near its sacred flood, fertile land bound to fix thy blessed abode, or heave rejoicing in the azure shores, neither see what foaming billows roars, the circling choirs of mortals thy delight, beautiful nymphs with thy cerulean bright, please by dusty banks renowned of old, to drive thy rapid to your car of gold, or if in Cyprus with thy mother bear, where married women praise thee every year, and beautiful virgins and the chorus join, daughters pure to sing and thee divine, whom all attractive to my prayer incline, for thee I call with holy reverent mind. Thank you. All right, thank you so much for watching this. I really appreciate you tuning in. It really warms my heart on this cold Christmas Eve. It is only 4 degrees above freezing Fahrenheit, and that's really cold. I don't mind. I really kind of like cold weather, true confessions, but it's even a little too cold for me, and so that's really saying something. All right, so anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful week between Christmas and New Year's. I hope you get lots of time to yourself and for your friends and your families. All right, and take it easy. I will see you very, very soon next week. All right, bye-bye.